wasn't talking about the contraband. Down here in Bastion, we got laws against smugglers.
I don't see anyone enforcing them.
Maybe we start right now.
Hey, this old arc welder still work?
Hello and welcome to the Real Life Gamer Reviews. Red Faction Armageddon is the sequel to the underrated Red Faction Guerrilla, a favorite of the Real Life Gamer staff. A game which combined Grand Theft Auto's open-ended free-roam gameplay with an immensely destructible environment, along with a terrific sci-fi storyline. Now, Guerrilla had its flaws, sure, but it was still a fantastic game which was very fun to play thanks to great shooting mechanics and the destructible environments. Now Armageddon brings all the destruction and mayhem back, this time with aliens, a darker storyline, and faster-paced gameplay. But in the process, they did away with the free roam aspect of Guerrilla. Was this a bad choice on the part of the developers? In my opinion, it was most certainly not. Now I know some of you will disagree with me. On to the storyline. In Armageddon, you will play as Mason's grandson. And now the people of Mars have been forced underground by a religious cult. And no, it's not the Scientologists. The cultists that wish to rule Mars. A few years have passed, and the people adjust to living underground until all hell breaks loose and tons of insect aliens come to eat their flesh. Honestly, I like the story's new direction. It reminded me a lot of Aliens, which is a huge plus. The story might not be great plot-wise, and it might not be anything new, but the characters and dialogues and the situations that you're put in are really fun and definitely add to an intense gameplay experience. Overall, I found the storyline to be pretty entertaining, and it definitely made me want to progress throughout the game. Now, the gameplay in this one is much faster paced, and it can be very frenetic at times, which is really cool. And the shooting mechanics feel just as good as they did before in Guerrilla. In fact, they feel even better. All the guns have a nice weight to them, and when you blow an alien apart, it just feels really good. The weapons are all really cool and fun to use, and there's tons of them. I mean, there's a gun that spawns a fucking black hole. How cool can you get? Then, of course, there's the standard shotgun, machine gun, dual pistols, grenade launchers, plasma cannons. Honestly, this game has a ton of weapons, not to mention you get to pilot a fucking mech. Yeah! Lock-on missiles, Gatling guns, it's the shit. Not to mention the magnet gun where you can literally magnetize enemies together until they explode into blood and guts. That's really awesome. The shooting sections are really fun and again reminded me of Aliens. The frenetic, fast-paced shooting sections are really cool, and shooting the aliens down as they advance on you, again, definitely reminded me of several scenes from Aliens. As you can probably tell already, I'm an Aliens fan. The sticky targeting system in this game, it snaps you to the closest enemy, and it makes the combat flow nicely and look very stylish. Then, of course, 90% of the environments are, of course, destructible. And with all the weapons you get in the game, there are tons of ways to tear up the world, and it's really, really cool. But unlike the first game, you now have a nifty tool that actually rebuilds the environments that you've destroyed. That's awesome! It's so cool to come across a bridge that you've just blown up to kill tons of enemies, rebuild the bridge, and walk over it as it's appearing underneath you. It's a really cool effect, although it can become a little gimmicky. But hey, I'm not complaining here. And the game boasts several cooperative modes and some other gameplay modes where you'll destroy the environments, defend locations, and, other cooperative tasks. These are fun and add replay value to the game. The campaign is also of a decent length, lasting somewhere from 8 to 10 hours, which is pretty standard for this type of shooter. The game is pretty fun. It's not without its flaws. The game can get repetitive, and sure, it doesn't really do anything new, but what it does really well. The enemy AI I also found to be pretty decent. Oh, and did I mention that you get to pilot mechs? Of course I did, because it's fucking awesome. Now, the game also looks really good. I've heard some complaints about the graphics of the game, but frankly, I think it looks great. If you turn down the brightness, the game looks even better. I like the motion blurring, the overall color, and level design. However, there is a bit of lag during some of the larger scale fights, and that is a problem given the extreme fast-paced nature of the game. However, none of this really brings the game down that much. It's still a ton of fun blasting aliens and crazy cultists. Overall, yes, there could have been stuff that could have been added into this game to make it even better. But as it is, it's still a really solid, fun game. And if you're into shooting up aliens and an awesome sci-fi storyline, definitely check out Red Faction Armageddon. Red Faction Armageddon gets a solid 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching the Real Life Gamer and Honest Gaming community for news and reviews. And if you haven't already, don't forget to sign up and become a member. And if you happen to stumble upon this video on YouTube, check out my website, www.thereallifegamer.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a pleasant day.
Mason, is the target down?
No, Sarge. Hale was reported moving this way.
Reported by who?
Wounded rifleman. Just passed him near the main reactor.
Only friendlies in this section are you and me, soldier.
When the terraformer fell, the surface became a storm-blasted wasteland. We were forced deep underground into caverns and mines.